Welcome back to Disturbing Dives, a series where I question my mortality. Today we're going to be looking at a pretty spooky movie. We're going to talk about the Poughkeepsie Wait, no, fuck, that's not how you say it. We're looking at the Poughkeepsie Wait, no shit, fuck. The Poughkeepsie Tapes. This is another movie that's caused quite a lot of infamy on the internet, and it's all because of stuff like this. Now, when this movie came out, people thought it was kind of cringe. One look at the Rotten Tomatoes score for this movie and you'll understand how people feel about it. But what do I think of this movie? Well, I'm glad that you didn't ask, dear viewer, because I'm not gonna lie, this movie is kinda lit. Nice. Now, I know that might seem strange at first, but if you stick around, I will explain why. So, to give a brief synopsis of this movie is a fake documentary about a serial killer murdering people in Poughkeepsie, New York. The killer documents the torture and murder of his victims on these tapes, hence the name The Poughkeepsie Tapes. Wait, no, that's not how you say it, fuck! And so the people making this documentary were just like, hey, why don't we just show people getting murdered? That's cool. It can be educational. You better study hard and eat all your vegetables, little Timmy, otherwise this'll be what happens to you. Anyways, the beginning of our movie shows their introduction to some of the forensic units and the primary investigators of this movie. They do some yapping, and before we know it, we get our first tape of the killer. The killer walks up to this little girl, and he's all like, hey, do you want to see my camera? And the little girl's like, fuck no, you dipshit. Why the fuck would I want to see a camera? And then he bonks her on the head and runs away. And, yeah, he kidnaps her, and she dies. Bro, it's just a movie. Fucking relax. He kidnaps more victims, and eventually we get to the most important character in this movie, Cheryl Dempsey. And, oh boy, her world is about to be sunshine and rainbows. The killer sneaks into her home, he crushes her boyfriend's balls or some shit, and then he kidnaps her. But he doesn't kill her. He just tortures her and makes her into his slave. This guy makes her wear exotic costumes, he ties her up, and he fucking slam dunks her head into some water. You know, I gotta say, this guy is easily the weirdest theater kid I've ever met. Anyway, some more murder happens, and eventually the cops find the killer and apprehend him. Let's go, baby! That's right, roll the credits, we did it, boys, wrap it up, let's go home. Oh, wait. Sorry, what's that? Oh, it was the wrong guy? They put the wrong guy on the death sentence? Oh. Man, you guys are fucking idiots. Okay, yeah, so just when you think that this movie is over, it turns out these dipshits killed the wrong guy. The authority figures are just ran by little baby shitters, I swear. And the killer is still out there. Honestly, this movie has so many twists and turns, and it always manages to keep things interesting and mysterious, which is one of the many things that I like about it. But eventually, due to some deep investigation, they manage to find the killer's house. FBI, open up! Alright, baby, this time we did it. Let's go get some brewskis, let's celebrate, baby. Oh, wait. Sorry, what's that? Oh, the killer's gone? He's not in the house and there's no fingerprints? Oh. Man, you guys fucking suck at this. During the raid on this house, they find Cheryl Dempsey in a box. She's just in a box. How long was she in there for? I would like to keep in mind that Cheryl went missing 9 years ago. So for 9 years, she got tortured and abused, and then she gets tossed in a box and left there? Jeez, that friggin' sucks. But after all the torture and abuse, after the many years of agony, Cheryl can finally be back with her mom. She can live happily ever at... She's dead. Cheryl's dead. She unalives herself. Roll the credits, baby! Okay, so yeah, that's actually how this movie ends, and yeah, it's pretty fucked. They never find the killer, and our main character just dies. It's a pretty dark ending, and overall this whole movie is pretty depraved. But I think that's what I like about this movie. It manages to have a dark and grounded atmosphere while telling an engaging story with intense scenes. Now, I've talked about one scene in particular before on this channel. The scene is really good, and it uses something called dramatic irony. Now, to explain to you pea-brains what dramatic irony is, I'm going to use a little example. Imagine you have a scene in a movie with an orphanage. Just a regular orphanage. The kids are having fun. Maybe they're playing with their toys when suddenly, BAM! The whole thing blows up. Now, how stressed would you feel in this situation? Now, let's take that same scene, except this time, I'm going to tell you that there is a bomb underneath the orphanage that's going to go off in a minute. The tension in this scene becomes completely different. Now you know that little Timmy is going to get blown to smithereens in a minute. So basically, TLDR, dramatic irony is when the audience knows something that the characters don't. And I think that this movie uses it very well. Because we're looking at things from the POV of the killer, we already know where the danger is, and it's not really about whether or not the person's gonna live, but it's more about how they figure out that they're gonna die. And that's where a lot of the movie's tension comes for me. So yeah, I can only assume that everybody who gave this movie 50% just shit their pants during the movie, and they don't actually understand that this movie uses tension very well. I know this is gonna make me sound insane, but honestly, I like putting this movie on in the background. I think it's just something nice and entertaining to watch and listen to. I love listening to the people scream. It's quite soothing. So yeah, with that being said, I'm gonna give this movie a 7 out of 10. It's pretty good, and if you get scared by this movie and don't think it's good, then you're a pussy. Okay, bye now.